I didn't believe in any of this until it actually happened to us. So today in this video, we will see, does manifestation work for us? What all things happened in our life that made us believe in, all this theory that goes on internet. It's a very trending thing right now. So let's get into the video. Before that, my name is Aishwarya.
And I'm Venkat.
And welcome to Love Hustle Freedom. So at 26, I was at the worst, phase of my life. I was depressed. I was like, मुझे कुछ aim नहीं था. I didn't have any vision like what I want to do in my life, in my career, relationship wise, whether I will get married to the right person or not. So many things and so many confusions, and literally I used to cry every night and think about why everything is messed up in my life. Nothing is sorted out. Career wise, I was not happy, and at that time I started like doing some research and came across few videos which told this, there is a thing called manifestation and you can actually write your life. And I was like, okay, whatever. We have tried so many things, why not one more? And I came across this random video which said, okay, manifest your partner like you want, manifest the body that you want. And I was like, what? And then I saw the comments also. People are talking about how they manifested this amount of money, how they manifested their typical life or body and etc. I'm not sure whether you were aware of all this at 26.
I never heard of this word manifestation until very recently. But I was in a similar phase in 2020. I was in the lowest point of my life, career-wise, health-wise, and there was no clarity or what I wanted to do and all. A friend of mine came to me, and then he shared his self-improvement journey, and I could really see him transform in his journey. And so I was also curious and asked him like how he is able to do it, and then he shared some videos and all.
I think let's come to our stories then. So what happened actually in 2021 when I was 26, I told you I was at a very, very low phase of my life. And one incident which I clearly remember is this one lady was talking in a YouTube video talking about affirmations and visualizations. And it was all like, ki ye kya hai? She was talking that you write things like you have already achieved it. And I was like, no, I cannot do that. I cannot, if I'm sad inside, I cannot say that, oh, I'm happy, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then I came to know people are doing this because they had the affirmations practice is not only writing that I'm happy. People are actually practicing gratitude also. And that was one thing which I felt I am missing in my life. I'm not grateful about anything in my life at that moment. And then she just said, just sit and write 10 things like what you're grateful about. I wrote that and I realized there are so many things I'm actually grateful about in life. Yes, that was one thing which I agreed on. Ki, chalo, theek hai, this is one thing which is making sense. Later, then I thought, there is one thing I have to. वो video में किसी ने बताया कि अरे, if you want to manifest your partner, don't manifest a specific person. Just manifest, person like you want this kind of a partner, that kind of partner. One of the technique the lady showed was, draw a tree and draw a branches. I'll put some pictures here. What I did back then, draw branches and write the qualities you want in your partner. And I just wrote, loving, caring, amazing, having who's my and his parents relation should be amazing, etc. I had written all these things, and touch wood, all the things I have found in this man. So you can literally say I have manifested him. So what happened, I always knew Venkat, right? Venkat was always my friend, but in 20, like after doing all this activity, when I met him the first time after, I think in between, when he came to Pune in 2022, I think, when I met him, I could see him as a completely different person. So achanak, the friend, I could see him not only as a friend, but something more than a friend is what I feel. And I actually, I was actually attracted to you at that time, I could say. So it was like a miracle to me. He was my good friend. I never felt anything about him back then. And then I meet him after all doing all this, affirmations, etc. Because, and to be honest, all these things were really lifting me up. When I wrote down there that, I'm having amazing career, I am doing this in my life, I'm doing that in my life, I actually realized this is what I want my life to be, and I started taking action towards it. I changed my job. I had written that I want to lose weight. I have written actually that I am 56 kgs and I'm happy, healthy, in my life, and I actually thought that now what action I should put into this. And immediately the one thing that came into my mind was, okay, I should go for dance classes, I should go for badminton. And I did that. Morning I used to go to badminton, evening I used to go to dance, and I actually achieved my weight by all doing all this. So one thing I realized, when you write it down that this is something you want to achieve, you automatically start taking action towards it, and then that actions give you results. So I think, yeah, that's what one part of how I believe started believing in manifestations. Literally, I had this book full of my affirmations, my gratitude, my that tree which I was talking about, everything over here. It literally says dream, believe, and create. So yes, like live your dream
So,
life. And
2020 has been the worst year of my life when COVID was going on and the entire atmosphere was kind of depressing. At the same time, my friend came to me and then he introduced me to this app. And the main important thing of the app was focusing on self improvement. It was not seeking validation from anyone. And practicing that really boosted my confidence. And one of the major thing which was common to Aishwarya, similar to Aishwarya, was gratitude, being happy with what I have. And the second thing was visualization. I mean, I met the future self and I learned from him. Like, I visualized I want to become that particular person, and in just a few months, I became that person. I started going to gym. I started going to cultivate. I made some body. I, I
yeah,
made
it
some.
was it मतलब मैं जब
Yeah.
इनको मिली थोड़े टाइम के बाद, I could actually see that he has pumped. He was a very thin person, and when I saw him like after this break, because he was back in Chennai and I was in Pune.
The major thing which I observed in myself was I was very short tempered earlier. I was very kind of negative thoughts and all of that. But after this, I became so calm.
भाई इसने फोन फेंके हुआ देखा है हमने उसको, that much
Yeah.
how short tempered he
That was
was.
before, and after the process was completely changed. I'm like a saint. So my day used to start with gratitude. I used to wake up early morning and practice gratitude, and after that, I practiced meditation. I used to visualize the person I wanted to become, and after that, I used to go to the gym, stay eat healthy food, and stay healthy. And after that, after the routine job and all, I started upskilling. So I was preparing for data science exams and courses and all. And at the end of the day, I used to note down all the positive things which happened, even small things. I used to note down in the notebook and feel grateful for those things. So nothing major transformed in the first 30 days, but that was the initial booster. And in 1 year, my entire life changed. I became very healthy. I got a really good job in data science, and I was my personal life, my career, my finances, everything was sorted. And one more thing happened. I met this wonderful lady without even manifesting. भगवान ने बोला कि ये भी तुमको चाहिए होगा, वापस मत पूछा, अभी ले ले के साथ में. So yeah, I mean, my entire life changed, and that was the beginning. I, mean, I would say.
And so I think our even our wedding or many things, unknowingly we feel that we have kind of manifested only. So if you want to know stories about this, definitely we will cover it into the next video. But even our content creation journey is kind of a part of a manifestation, you can say, which we will tell you in our next video as well. Now, to sum it up overall, I think be grateful for whatever you have in your life. And I mean, say it out loudly every day. Wake up and say, okay, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. It makes you feel, how much actually happy you are. If you're thinking about something, start visualizing how you want your life to be. Just meditate,
Yeah,
5 minutes or so.
or affirmations as well. It can be affirmations or visualization, anything.
Just sit and visualize that, okay, I'm married, I'm happy, I have amazing family, I have amazing in-laws, etc. Just visualize that scenario for like 5-6 minutes, and it actually helps you uh, rethink on what you don't want in your life.
In the future.
Shifting your mindset, taking action towards whatever your goals are, visualizing what kind of a life you want, and being grateful at the end for and whatever you have. So if you're someone into same journey and completely lost, at least give it a try. Yeah, I think that was it, and hope this video helped you in some way. And yes, subscribe to our channel, and if you're watching this video from phone, click on the hype button so that it reaches to more people. So yes,
So,
till then,
I see you in the next
see you in the
video.
next video.